What if the Dark Lord won? That's the haunting premise of The Final Empire, the first book in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn trilogy. In a world shrouded in ash, ruled by an immortal tyrant and choked by hopelessness, one spark threatens to ignite a revolution. This isn't your average fantasy tale. It's gritty. It's dangerous. And once you step into the mist, you won't want to leave. The Final Empire is a gripping blend of rebellion, magic, and the desperate fight for freedom. At the heart of it is a story about trust, betrayal, and what it takes to break the chains that bind a broken world. Get ready to dive into a world, unlike any you've known, where the skies rain, ash the ground is cloaked in mist, and hope is a rebellion in itself. For 1,000 years, the Lord Ruler has reigned with absolute power. He is worshipped as a god, feared as a tyrant, and seemingly undefeatable. His rule has plunged the world into darkness, literally. Ash constantly falls from the sky, and the once vibrant green fields have turned grey. The Skaa, the enslaved lower class, are beaten and broken. Their spirits have been crushed by centuries of oppression. Rebellion is a distant dream, one whispered in the dark by those foolish or desperate enough to still believe change is possible. Enter Kelsier, the survivor of Hathsin. A former thief turned revolutionary, Kelsier is the only known person to have escaped the Lord Ruler's deadliest prison. His survival is legendary, his spirit unbroken. But Kelsier doesn't just want to survive anymore. He wants to strike back. He wants to bring down the Final Empire. And he has a plan. A daring, impossible plan that only a Mistborn could attempt. Mistborn, that word alone shifts the tides of this story. In Sanderson's world, allomancy is a unique form of magic fueled by metals. Most allomancers can burn only one metal and are known as mistings. But Mistborn can burn them all, giving them powers that range from superhuman strength to emotional manipulation to the ability to soar through the air by pushing off metal. They are rare, elite, and deadly. Kelsier is Mistborn, and he uses his powers to form a crew of skilled specialists with one goal: overthrow the Final Empire. But even Kelsier knows brute force alone won't bring down a god. He needs more than magic and muscle. He needs chaos in the nobility. He needs whispers in the court. He needs someone who can infiltrate high society and tear it down from within. That someone is Vinvin, is a teenage street urchin, a Skaa thief barely surviving in the slums of Luthadel, the capital city. She has always believed in staying quiet, staying small, never trusting anyone. But she hides a secret. She has powers too, though she doesn't understand them yet. When Kelsier finds her, he sees potential. He sees a Mistborn. And he offers her something she's never had: family purpose and the chance to be part of something bigger than herself. Under Kelsier's mentorship, Vin begins her transformation. She trains relentlessly, learning to harness the full extent of her powers. She becomes a spy, a noblewoman, a weapon. Her mission is to pose as Lady Valette Renew, a minor noble, and infiltrate the High Court. There, she navigates a treacherous world of Baal's politics, alliances, and enemies hidden behind masks of silk and smiles. And there, she meets Elend Venture, a nobleman who reads banned books and dreams of change. Their relationship grows from curiosity to something deeper, but Vin must always question, is it real or just another mask in this deadly game? Meanwhile, Kelsier's crew works from the shadows, sowing unrest among the noble houses, inciting rebellion among the Skaa, and plotting to disrupt the very foundation of the Empire. They include Breeze, the suave soother, who manipulates emotions with a flick of his fingers; Ham, the thug, who hides philosophy behind brute strength; Doxson, the logistical brain behind the rebellion; Clubs, the gruff smoker, who hides the crew from magical detection; and Sazed, the mysterious keeper of Terrace knowledge, who is more than he seems. As their plan unfolds, cracks begin to show. The nobility is more fractured than they realized, the Ska more afraid, the ministry more dangerous, and above it all looms the Lord Ruler, an enigma of godlike power, who has crushed every uprising before with terrifying ease. But Kelsier is undeterred. He believes in something radical. He believes the Lord Ruler can be killed. When tragedy strikes and sacrifices are made, the crew is shaken but not broken. Kelsier's true plan begins to take shape, not just to defeat the Empire, but to inspire the people to believe they can rise. He stages a dramatic confrontation in the heart of Luthadel, a symbolic stand that becomes a spark for revolution. And though it costs him everything, it proves that gods can bleed. Vin, now fully awakened to her powers, must step into the role Kelsier left behind. She uncovers secrets buried deep beneath the surface of the Empire. She discovers the truth behind the Lord Ruler's immortality and the terrible cost of his power. And when the final confrontation comes, it's not just about strength. It's about heart belief and the courage to fight for a future no one else dared imagine. The climax of the final empire is explosive and unforgettable. Vin faces the Lord, Ruler, in the heart of his stronghold, the center of the empire where death feels inevitable. But with everything she's learned, with every lesson Kelsier taught her, and every strength she's discovered, she does the impossible. She defeats the Lord Ruler. And in doing so, she changes everything. But this victory is not the end. It's only the beginning. The Lord Ruler's fall leaves a power vacuum and a world still in turmoil. Questions remain. What secrets did the Lord Ruler guard so fiercely? What lies beneath the ash-covered earth? And what greater threat still looms beyond the horizon? The Final Empire is not just a story of rebellion. It's a story of transformation. Vin's journey from scared street thief to powerful Mistborn mirrors the revolution itself, from hopelessness to fire to freedom. Sanderson crafts a world with breathtaking originality, where magic is science, where faith is tested, and where heroes are forged in ash and mist. The magic system alone sets this novel apart. Allomancy is precise, logical, and incredibly dynamic. It's not just used for flashy fights, but becomes integral to espionage strategy and world-building. You feel the weight of every coin tossed, every leap through the mist, every whisper burned into someone's soul. And wrapped in all this is Sanderson's talent for suspense characters you care about, and twists you never see coming. This book is more than fantasy. It's an experience. It's a rallying cry for anyone who's ever wanted to fight back against the impossible. It reminds us that even in a world where hope has been beaten down and buried in ash, one person's belief can spark a revolution. If you're looking for a story with heart magic danger and depth, The Final Empire delivers in spades. This is the kind of audiobook you'll lose sleep over. The kind you'll listen to on repeat just to relive the thrill. It's fast-paced, emotional, and unforgettable. So step into the mists. Follow Vin and Kelsier. Watch an empire crumble. And witness the rise of something new. Because in the world of Mistborn, nothing is what it seems, and everything is worth fighting for. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description.